Y'all, this Jameson Williams stuff is so funny for no reason, and it's honestly getting out of hand. But let's talk about it. What is good, everybody? It's DRob0112 coming back with another episode. And sorry, I've been so busy with a whole bunch of stuff trying to get this internship at school. Got 2,000-page paper to do, but I was like, let me record this real quick and get this out. So, Jameson Williams, of course, wide receiver, Detroit Lions, going into his second year. He missed pretty much all of last year due to his ACL. Only had one catch for 41 yards and a touchdown, and a 41-yard touchdown last year. But one of the fastest players in the league already, and he's going to be a very important player for this team. And today on Friday, 4/21/2023. Jameson Williams has been suspended for 6 games due to sports gambling. And what he did was he wasn't betting on his own stuff. He got 6 games because he placed college football bets in the Lions training facility. Like, he would be on NFL grounds and he would place bets, and he got 6 games for that. Now, me personally, I'm upset with him only because I know, like, it doesn't happen often because people just know. Like, you're supposed to know, like, you can't be on NFL grounds posting those bets, and that's the rule. And, you know, he broke the rule. He probably wasn't thinking about it or didn't mean to make that happen, because if he just walked on the grounds and then placed the bet there and left, you know, it wouldn't have been a big deal. And everybody was like, yeah, that's unfair. You know, he should not get suspended. But the rule is you shouldn't be placing any sports betting bets on the grounds. And I respect the rule. I know the rule. Like, hypothetically, if I was on there, like, you know, you just don't do that. But at the same time, I'm not mad at him at all. Like, it like, people are switching up really hard because they're like, he keeps getting into some type of either conflict, as in, like, not even bad stuff like Titus Young type level. It's just like the small things that like can end up turning into like bigger stuff than it needs. Okay, my thing about it, all he did was place bets. And almost all of us have done that at least once. And he just made a dumb mistake. Like, simple as that. He's going to not do it again after this. He's going to be perfectly fine. And people are like comparing him to like Charles Rogers, talking about he's a bust already because he won't touch the field and like he only had one catch. It's like, give the man some time. I mean, it's not easy realizing that like how to play with his speed is going to be hard for Goff. And of course, I already said, like, you know, I don't think Goff is a long-term idea, but like until it happens, you know, maybe this could be a good thing anyway. Like, an extra 6 games away gives JMO and Goff a little bit of chemistry, like time to get the chemistry down packed. Because if you really think about it, it's a 6-game suspension, meaning he just can't play in the actual official games for 3 hours. There's nothing saying that he's not going to be able to practice or, you know, do any of that stuff. So they'll be able to practice with each other and get a flow with each other. It's just that he can't play in the games. So it's going to be fine. Like, that's going to give extra time for Goff and JMO to build chemistry, so that way, like, by the halfway point of the season, if we're really like successful at the time, and then they can come in, and then the offense is going to be even more dangerous than before, especially if we add a running back. Like, hypothetically, we do need to add a firepower to our offense. And I think that the Lions could have a high chance at getting Bijan with that second first-round pick, because you won't even need to replace a receiver heavily, like a high pick. Like, you can wait until day 3 to get a wide receiver 2 if you get a running back like Bijan, because that's practically who the offense is going to be around. And then, you know, you already got St. Brown. He's pretty much like this top 2 slot receiver in the NFL, like, depending on interchangeable. He might end up getting the title for number 1. So you add that with JMO, you finally get that, a wide receiver 2. And if you add one more receiver, it's like, you know, Marvin Jones or Josh Reynolds or somebody like that is probably going to be our wide receiver 2 for now, the outside receiver. But if you do get a wide receiver, you could get one in undrafted free agency. There's going to be a lot of receivers that we like that are not going to get drafted. It happens every year. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that. It's the draft's in what, 5 days now? It's past midnight. Yeah, it's Saturday. So the draft is on Thursday. I cannot wait to see exactly what we're going to do. But on top of that, it also gives JMO 6 games to get the ACL a little bit more comfortable. He can adapt to the game a little bit better. You know, like, he's going to be fine. Like, everybody needs to stop tripping about it, because it's like, yeah, it's unfortunate. He's going to miss how many games to start his career, but at the same time, it's like, this is going to be for the long run, this is going to be a very lethal receiver. He's going to be a star receiver in the league one day once he just gets on the field and is able to stay on the field. That's all it is. and the chemistry. Like once he plays, every single snap, he's going to be the number one target. He's that good, and everybody forgot about it at this point. And it's honestly kind of a good thing that people are going to forget, because when he comes back, everybody's going to be like, oh my God, this was definitely worth the wait. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for the future still. Remember, this is a pick that Brad Holmes traded 2 seconds and a third next year to get Jamo. Like this is an amazing haul that we're going to have, because that's a Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell selection. Like they were super excited to trade up and get him. So that was he was arguably going to be a top 3 pick before his ACL stopped. Like if you just watch all his highlights from what year was that? 2021, 2022, I believe. Like yeah, 2021, 2022. Dude had 1,600 receiving yards. Like that was more than, I'm pretty sure, everyone in college football at the time. Like he was the Georgia Bulldogs killer. They could have won the Natty if he didn't tear his ACL. So like he is going to be one of the best deep ball threats in the NFL. All the players that are like lethal with their speed, like Tyreek Hill and stuff. Tyreek Hill is what, 5'10", 5'11"? J-Mo is like 6'2" with that speed. Like it's going to be worth it. It's just that we haven't seen it yet, and it's hard to appreciate what you have, because I don't think anybody really knows exactly like what he's still capable of. So the extra time he's going to get, honestly could end up being a good thing in the long run. I am still extremely disappointed that happened, but like we can't do anything about it. Well, unless he appeals it, which he probably will, and he could win it. But hypothetically, let's say that he does appeal it and he gets on the field. All the stuff that the Lions fans were talking about when calling him all that mean stuff, not even giving him a real shot. Like, is it even going to be worth it? Like, the obsession with Detroit fans wanting to have busts on our team is like ridiculous. Like, everybody is quick to call people a bust. And like, what does it say about our fan base? What does it say about our teams? It's like we get what we give, and they're not going to give us their all if we just rule them out immediately whenever something happens. So we got to stay on their side. Like, remember, like, these guys are still human. This man is 22. Pretty sure he's like 22 or 23. He's still practically a kid. Like he hasn't had the real mentorship yet. So like, we got to really wait until this comes along. Like, we got to let him ease into the team. Like, we haven't seen him consistently yet. He's going to be our wide receiver 1 when he comes back. Like, he has the talent to be that. And even if he's like if it's a Philadelphia Eagles situation where it's like 1A and 1B with like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, we can have that with Amon-Ra, Jamo, and shoot, Jamo could end up being the key target all the time. I mean, Amon-Ra is going to be more reliable, but like, Jamo is one of those low risk, high reward type of players. Well, it is a risk, don't get me wrong, because of the ACL, but I think he's going to be fine. So let it ease. I know it's frustrating right now, but let's not let this put a damper on all the momentum that we had going into the season. Like, it's a minor setback, but we're going to be straight. The offense was number 1 in the league without him. They were in the top. They were like top 3 without him. At one point, they were number 1, and then we're probably just going to upgrade the defense with all but like maybe 2 or 3 draft picks on the Lions. Yeah, they're going to be fine no matter what. And we got let's see what else we got. We got Halapati Vitae coming back, and he was one of the best pass blockers in the league when he was healthy 2 years ago. We finally have him back, so he could fit into that spot. We got Graham Glasgow. We got like, our offensive line is going to be nice still. Like, we might upgrade it, we might not, but if we do, regardless, it's going to be nice. So that's all I have with you today. Hey, let me think. Let me know what you all think about this situation, because I don't think this is as big of an issue as people are making it out to be. Like, we'll be fine. So thank you all for listening. This is D-Rob 0112. I'm out. Peace.